Hello and welcome back to A Better World. This is your host, Mitchell J. Rabin, and I'm very glad you're joining us again today. Today we're going to have another very interesting show. We have with us singer and dancer and healer, Zen. Zen is here in New York from Brazil, where she and her mother have been doing some really wonderful healing work using sound, using movement, using words as means of bringing people a very positive, life-affirming message. And she's here to speak with us about the work they do together on Better World TV, and we're very glad that you're joining us to sit in on our conversation. And after our discussion, you will have a chance to also hear Zen sing and get the feel. So I hope your Portuguese is pretty good, but truly, her words translate into all languages, into the language of healing and love. So, como vai?
Como vai? Tudo bem?
Excellent. Good.
It's a pleasure to be here.
I'm so glad to have you. Truly. I listen to your music, Zen, and it's really, of course, I've known you for a long time.
Yes.
So it's very special for me, if I may say, to see this new flowering, if you will, of your life and your profession and your calling. That's really what it is.
Thank
You know,
you.
it really is. It really is. What is it that you feel pulled you in this direction from other professional activities you've done?
It's something that came from within because it was always my lifestyle. I could say that I was born into the setting of love and meditation and raising the consciousness of people because my mother is a parapsychologist. So since very, very young, I was always living this lifestyle.
Yeah.
So here in New York, and I was professionally working with fashion, and it was a big passion of mine too.
Mm-hmm.
But this last few years, I had a chance to go back to Brazil, and my intention was to get the work that was done for a limited amount of people on my mother's setting, and make it available to a broader audience. So I think it was like a calling from within,
Yes, exactly.
What's inside of me just came out.
Right, that's beautiful, because it happens that on A Better World TV and radio, we really, among other things, love to kind of model that transition in people's lives where they go from doing whatever they're doing for whatever reason they may be doing it. Oftentimes it's because parents said, why don't you join the family business, or why don't you be a doctor, why don't you be a lawyer, whatever it may be. Follow in the footsteps of, or we believe it would be good for you to do X, Y, and Z. And the child unknowingly just follows suit rather mechanically, or to please their parents or others.
Right.
Teachers.
Or sometimes they rebel it also.
That's another, of course. But what you're speaking of, Zen, is someone who struck out in that direction for whatever reason, but at another point in her life came to some inner realizations, was able to tune into a deeper calling, and then shift accordingly and change the course of your life. And look how happy you are.
Yeah.
You
I'm radiant, I'm happy to be doing it. Yeah. It's awesome.
So in a sense, you're modeling that this is possible for everybody.
For sure.
Anybody can really listen to their heart, get to their soul, and follow its promptings.
It's very important to listen to the heart and to have courage to do it, because sometimes we stay in a very comfortable position. Well, I would like to do something to help something, the world or the environment or an organization or a community. It's very easy to think about that. I would like to do it, but if a person doesn't actually go and do it, it's just a feeling and a thought, and then we're not putting anything into action. So on my case, I felt it was interesting to hear that inner voice and say, I'm going to do it, whatever it takes. It's a very different world from what I was used to. But when I was working before in a fashion environment, it was very fast. It was a lot of things happening all the time. I used the meditation every day as a way to keep me centered. I used to do my yoga and my meditation and take care of the food I was eating and everything else. So that lifestyle of well-being was always with me, but I was working something differently. And now I decided to, give making the world a better place a chance.
Yes, hallelujah. Right, exactly. No, it's beautiful. And this is the kind of thing that the more we model it using our kind of media, the more people can say, I always wanted to help, children in Africa.
Right. You have to go and do it.
I always wanted to exactly help children or mothers in India or wherever. And actually, I always cared about water in, desert communities or whatever, or inner city children who don't get any education.
And what happens is once you have a thought and you have a feeling of wanting to do something, it's very easy today to look for, okay, let me see how can I help the mothers in India. Today, we have technology that helps us to go right to the right people at the right place, and we could start, slow, and then as that action becomes a hard action, it will expand.
Exactly.
And
totally.
That's the beauty of it.
Totally. Technology interfacing with heart and consciousness is one of the most beautiful places of confluence. Exactly. What I like, and I've been kind of harping on this theme of spirit in action, the spiritual calling we have, translating it into action. I oftentimes say to people, get off the meditation cushion and get into the boardroom or into the streets, get off the cushion and into action. You can meditate while you're walking to the boardroom, to make changes in the way we do business.
That's true.
It's like that can be a meditation. You don't have to sit on the cushion anymore. And you can sit on the cushion too. We all need to go back to the fount to get renourished.
Once we evolve spiritually, so everything that we do becomes just meditation, becomes just place that we are centered and we're connected. And then we could be anywhere. And that's the important thing that we learn with all the spiritual teachers is to be able to learn from them and apply not only when we are at a workshop or at a retreat, but in our everyday life.
Applying it at a workshop takes no consciousness. Doing it when you're, standing in line at the bank or at the Department of Motor Vehicles is where you're called upon to be what we refer to as a spiritual person. And all that is a very fancy New Age way of saying being a good human being, being non-reactive, as you said so nicely, centered, grounded, and present. And with those little items, the world pivots and changes.
Little steps for enlightenment.
Exactly.
I think we're always being tested, like at the line of the bank and everything. So, like, the universe is always testing our knowledge. So, when we can apply it, I think, yes, we got it. It's good. Exactly.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit more about the healing work and the music and how it all comes together.
Well, this CD, this musical CD, is actually my first CD which I'm actually singing. So it's something very special to me because I always enjoy singing. But I went and I was doing some production for the meditation tapes. So I would do melodies and everything, like New Age melodies. So they would be a background track for my mother's meditation tapes, which in Brazil she's been doing just for almost 40 years. So she has a big following, and people know of her technique of meditation, which is it's a meditation it's a guided meditation. It's specific for certain themes or problems or whatever. So I was doing that at the studio, and we decided to take some of my mother's poetry, which they're all very beautiful, and for me they're truly spiritual lessons in little verses. So many things could happen in such a few words, but so we decided to take the poetry and transform into music. So I did a few tracks and showed to a couple of different people, and I was very well received. So I said, well,
Beautiful.
let's do it.
Yeah.
And I was able, besides expressing myself, because I'm a very expressive person, I love to express myself.
You're Brazilian.
Yeah. I was able to apply a lot of knowledge that I learned from Jonathan Goldman and from Len Horowitz, and the creation of the soundtracks and of the music and the correct, choice of instruments and the correct tone of the songs. I put a lot of that knowledge that I acquired over the years, and so it's not only what I'm speaking as far as the lyrics that are all poetry speaking about wonderful things, but there's like a sound engineering there that was made with a lot of care too. So while people would listen to the CD, even if they didn't understand what was going on, they would feel like a rush of energy, because I was very specific in the intentions that were put into the CDs and the frequency, the rates of the instruments and everything to actually tone the chakras and the energy field around people. So
excellent.
I think that just for me it's kind of a new age thing. It's really new age because the songs are happy, they're popular, they are easy to sing. And what happens is, besides all of that, there's this subtle energies going on there that make people just feel good.
Yeah, exactly. So much is emerging these days with the interface also with technology and consciousness and understanding the rhythms and nature of the universe, and we have quantum physicists to thank for a lot of this exploration. And one of the things that keeps emerging, Zen, is our understanding of the organic nature of music to life in general and to the human being in particular, which is why we call these things organs.
Right, exactly. Beautiful.
And it's true.
Because everything is frequency.
Everything is frequency.
The material world is made out of frequencies, and everything that is vibrating has a sound. The human ear cannot hear all the sounds. We can only hear like a range of sounds, but we have infrasounds and ultrasounds, which now are
undertones and overtones, for instance.
And even modern medicine is using these ultrasounds and infrasounds. So
modern medicine?
No, sorry, not modern medicine.
That's it. I like that.
I said modern medicine. No, medicine like yeah.
As in alternative medicine?
No, regular ultrasounds.
Ultrasound, exactly. Got it. Yes.
And
that's right. Exactly
modern.
true.
Modern.
That's okay. I thought modern medicine.
Yeah, modern medicine is something a little different.
Like modern medicine is from Mother Nature.
Yeah. Which has everything.
Totally.
Like
right there in the Amazon rainforest in Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Sound has been recognized, and there's actually a book that came out. This is what your brain looks like on music. And I mean, this is pointing out, Zen, as I've said, the inherent nature of music to the human soul and body. That we are literally instruments making music, as you're saying. Yes, we're all frequency, but there's something about music and the harmonization of sounds and frequencies that makes us healthy.
Exactly. I think that it is like medicine of the future.
Oh, yeah.
It is. If we can find out which is like the frequency of like a healthy heart or a healthy stomach, and we could kind of give that frequency to that organ to
exactly. Well, that's happening. That's been happening. There are
that's amazing.
A number of Sherry Edwards, to name one. Thomas Alva Edison, of all people, actually said that music will be the medicine of the future, and people like Don Campbell and others have been
truly believe that.
Playing that tune, you could say. Yeah, right. Exactly, and it's really happening. And so it really sounds like the work that you're doing and your mother are doing together is really playing that chord, if you will,
Yes, we're trying to apply it in a very simple way. a very honest way, so people just
authentic.
feel it all.
I get
Yeah,
it, you know.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
well, will you give us a little taste of what you're doing?
Oh, my
musically?
pleasure.
That
Yeah.
would really be beautiful. I think people would really appreciate it
It'll
and
be my
enjoy it.
pleasure. It's in
Beautiful.
Portuguese, but I know
Bon?
there's a lot of people that understand Portuguese here and
Totally.
Spanish, and even
It's a
though,
romantic language.
and
It
if
comes
you-
from Latin. Everybody
Yeah,
understands
and if you
it.
don't understand, just open to the sounds and
There is one part of our collective subconscious mind that understands
understands
everything. So, Zen, it has been a pleasure to have you on the show.
My pleasure, my pleasure. Very, very dear person to me. Thank you.
Thank you. Obrigado.
De nada.
We've been speaking with Zen from Brazil, who is doing all of this beautiful work as I've been talking about and as she's been. And now, stay tuned and you'll get some sense on A Better World with Mitchell J. Rabin of Zen's singing.
Se você anda triste e preocupado, vive estressado, ai seu olhar, uma lágrima que chora. Você tem que aprender a manter sua energia em boa forma. Se você anda triste e preocupado,